Dr. Errol here with me, been working with me from past 4 days, never knew him before and don't know how long I will not meet, but we will know forever each other. We'll know each other forever, for sure, right? And we had a chat for a few days and he would like to say a few words about me and he wanted me to record it, so there you go. Okay, and we have Holy here.
Indeed.
Holy, you can... Right.
I have been privileged to travel the world over,
Yes.
doing seminars, conferences, lectures, conventions.
Right.
I am in the company of the great prophet recorded in scriptures, John the Baptist,
All right.
the very person who baptized Jesus
Okay.
and who was the announcer and the validator of Jesus' ministry. The very water that John baptized Jesus in Israel, I have taken many people to Israel and followed in John's footstep and baptized them in that same very water. And with many of what the apostles, disciples and apostles of what Jesus did and where they did these things, I have been privileged enough to go to the very same location.
Wow.
And do what they have done. Moreover, I have met people, male, female, educated, scholars, but very rarely am I impressed like I am with you. For the brief time that I have spent with you, I am going to consider meeting you was for my learning.
Oh, that's big.
That is it.
That is very big.
That is indeed. They call me a number of titles. They call me bishop, which in the Christian faith, bishop is the top of the range. In the Catholic Church, the Pope ordains bishop, which is under him. But in the other fraternities, a bishop, a prelate, a right reverend, these are all names of the same title, bishop. And I teach reverends, bishops, doctors. I teach them in seminary.
You came in the American TV so many times, you travel America.
Indeed. I'm a TV broadcaster and radio broadcaster. Around the world I do this. But for a young man like yourself, I have rarely met any in your caliber.
Like the young bit.
And I want you to understand that you are special.
Thank you.
You are talented, you're gifted, and you are both a professional. And I want you to understand that in the mind and plan and purpose and program of the Almighty, you have a part to play.
Indeed.
Everything that you have done up until now, meeting me, was simply preparation. Let me put it in a perspective. For 30 years, Jesus was in the background. Nobody knew who he was, who he would become, and what was his assignment. For the first 30 years of his life, he was in obscurity, but being prepared for the ventures that the Almighty had. It was only when he met John that his ministry began. John was here, he was there. But it took John to announce him. That's where you have been.
Oh, well.
Like Jesus, over those first 30 years, he existed and he was being programmed and trained and serving, if you were, in today's term, his apprenticeship.
Absolutely.
But the day would come when he and John would meet, and that would be the turning point of his rest of his life. Now I am not speaking as a man. I am not speaking as an employee. I am now putting on my prophetic hat as a prophet. And I speak to you now by the word of the Lord. I lie not. That in the mind of God and in the plan and purpose and program of the Almighty, he has singled you out and earmarked you as his servant to be. But by destiny, you and I meeting was not good luck. You and I meeting was not coincidental.
Absolutely. Bound.
But by the providential hand of God. I'm going to tell you something that's going to shock you.
Yeah.
I have said to the Lord, I will not work for another employee. I have said that to him. So when I found myself filling out the application for G4S, I wondered. I marveled. Why am I doing this?
Why are you doing it, even though you promised it?
Yes. This was contrary to my plan and program and understanding. Yet I found myself filling out the program, filling out the application. And even after I filled out the application and was
wondered why
I was still saying to myself,
what are you doing?
Why? What have I done? Why am I doing this? And for the time that I was employed up until this moment,
puzzle resolved.
I had not really realized why until the hand of the Lord guided me and directed me and let me know it was to meet you.
Oh, thank you. It's two-way traffic. It's not only I go around and tell people or talk the way I speak to you. I keep it to the professional only. However, you notice that everything is two ways. I was getting the vibes as well since I met you. I told you I did a little psychoanalysis from you as well. And before even you said a single word, and I said it to you, I saw that inkling and peace inside, and then it's the conversation. Like I said, I like to be in the room where people are more intelligent, and you are. It's not only your privilege. I'm not meant to be here until the day before, or even as somebody just told me it's been a long time to send, say hi to Adrian. So I said to Adrian, what's up? What are you doing? It's summer. You get a lot of things, part-time something, and then events come up. He said, I've got something. Come on. And all of a sudden it happened. That's just bound to be it. People come in somebody's life for two reasons: either to give them some lesson, or either to teach them some lesson. I did both. I learn and teach both after hearing from you, and that's very nice. After hearing from you that everybody's a persuasive of some kind of a chaser, and a chaser of some pursue for a chaser. And yesterday, which happened, I did some food for a thought and whatnot. While I was coming from Charing Cross, that came into my mind. Okay, what we do and how it come across, and I don't know, you all know what we did I sent 2 guys along with food in the Charing Cross to give food to all helpless over there.
Very good.
And that lady, what was her name? Patricia. Patricia went with him, and Ali been going around, and they gave all these extra pack of lunch we had to all of them. And then it came around, and they said, right, it's well received. But Patricia said, I never met, I never knew you, and I don't have any question to ask whether you are a good manager or not, because you proved first to me straight away when I came in, you're a good person. Well, not to show her or something, it's just obviously I can't leave the premises. I told my guys to go and do it. Sometimes somebody come in your life and they teach you with such a way that you don't realize it. And whatever the conversation I had with you, with Holly, and everybody else with my team, it's religion independent, if you have noticed. It's borderless, it's countryless, it's casteless, it's creedless, it's fearless, and it's summarized in such a way that if you are a follower of some believer, regardless religion, regardless faith, you will reach to the point where all as the previous ancestors been. You don't have to be somebody special, because money cannot buy wisdom. Money can buy you knowledge sometimes. You can get it, but not wisdom. I have traveled many countries, not to see some beautiful sceneries, just to meet some beautiful people. And I have learned from them. Sometimes learn from mistakes, because mistakes are biggest teachers. People don't realize it, that the biggest teacher is your mistakes and your past and your time. Value time, value your mistakes. These are the 2 only things. If you learn from them, you don't need anybody. People come to me, hey, I'm from different part of the world and I want to get out. I said, why? There is no opportunity here. I said, no. If there is no opportunity there, build the opportunity. You have to be like a soldier who comes in any circumstances and fight hard. People are shooting them and they're hungry and they are just fighting with the odds. But they have to be survival at the end of it. It's like my dad says, you're going alone now, there won't be anybody to help you. Be a soldier, be a survivor. And you will never rely on anybody to come and help you. And that's the only short notice from me as well. All right, Holly, well, I want to take you. Thank you very much, sir, for your words. That really mean a lot. Do you want to say some things before we end this recording? It's been nice meeting you. Come from Scotland to work all the way under me. You come from Birmingham to London.
Pleasure.
I've never met you guys before. So what you got to say? Come on.
Thank you.
Is that it?
That's it. Thank you, and I have learned also.
What have you learned?
Experience.
A lot. I've gained experience,
Mm-hmm.
and I have made mistakes, and I have learned.
Brilliant, brilliant. Now, I have seen something. That's why I stepped you up in my team as a supervisor, because I've seen something. And I'm saying this in recording. You can go very far if you keep your vision clear. Remember, keep your vision clear. Where you're heading. If you know where you're heading, you make goals. If you know goals, put the deadline. If you don't put the deadlines, without deadlines, goals are like the birds without wings. Right, on this last note, I'm going to end it. It's going to be too much otherwise. Thank you very much, guys. I've got rest of no guys on the ground, so we will have a final note if we see.
You must make things count.
Mm-hmm.
Always try to take note of your environment.
Yep, note of the things as well.
Everything knows its proper environment. If you take a fish out of water, he is out of his environment, he will not survive.
Absolutely.
Putting a fish in water, he is in his environment, you will see the fish do his thing. Because his environment has what it takes conducive to support it and sustain it. Take a bird, put in water, struggles. Put a bird in the sky, it is in its environment. He will do his thing. And I could go on and on.
Exactly. Remember me on the recording that I passed my message of my late uncle, and you're gonna spread that message to
I
many
will
people.
run with that because
Balanced life.
That is so practical.
Yes.
And
Applicable.
applicable and relevant.
Absolutely. All right, thank you very much. And you know what? We will definitely, before we end and go our own ways to our home and stuff, finish this project, we will have a nice gathering. And I'm not, personally, I didn't want to come tomorrow night to do the show, but you know, I'm going to decide it just because of you guys. And let's see what happens. All right, thank you very much.